because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you.
Hello, you there. It's me, Smokin Joe, and we're back here again for week, what is it? I don't know, 1,000,005, but it's season 2, episode 33. Special guest Jordan Oliver in the house today. That's right, for once we don't have a musician. We have another kind of artist. We have a visual artist, which means you'll be hearing me play my old guitar here later on. First, I want to say, hey, thanks for tuning in. First and foremost, if you're watching this live on Facebook, go ahead and please share. Bloop. Share the video. Share it to your groups. Share it to your friends. Message every single one of your contacts. They want to see this just as badly as you do, I swear. But if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's lots of fun things that will pop up over the year on my YouTube channel. Not just Smokin Joe shows, but music videos, little edited videos, little promo videos, anything I so desire to put on my YouTube channel. It's all very well and good. So please subscribe to it if you'd like a little bit more Joe in your life. Last episode we had Mikey D in here talking about looping music, playing video games, just like what it means to be a singer-songwriter and how he came to be a looper. You don't want to miss his awesome performance. Make sure to check out. It's not on YouTube yet because I had quite the week, folks, which I won't even get into. But it's been good, it's been bad, it's been sickly, it's been well. We've had quite the week in the Scarpolino household. Right, babe? Yeah. Yep. She's listening, I swear. Thanks to our sponsors who make this show possible. Of course, number one, Shadow Wick Creations, right here. Candles, crafts, and spiritual implements. Exclusive monthly Galactic Get Down candle collection. Wow. Each month features 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down. Buy a candle to show your support for the Galactic Get Down, as all the proceeds from the Galactic Get Down candles go straight to the festival and allow us to do even more spacey fun things for you. For more information on the Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadow Wick, check out their Etsy page at www.etsy.com/shop/ShadowWickCreations. I'd like to thank my patrons, the old Smokin Joe Enterprise Patreon. Everything is space themed. Thank you all so much for your support, your monthly support. I have a really big inside info coming this week because we have Phase 2 lineup announcement of Galactic Get Down happening on Sunday. So all the people on my Patreon are going to find out way before the rest of you who is playing at the Galactic Get Down. So that's one perk, as well as discount codes, insider information, tickets, pre-sales, stuff like that. And, of course, just like the random musings of yours truly. So I really appreciate all your support. Caitlin Paxton, thanks for being a lieutenant all these months. And if you'd like to sign up to be on my spaceship, please visit patreon.com/SmokinJoeMusic. Hard to say /smokin. 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 Without further ado, we get to the our news segment. The news segment, the Weekend Get Down. Weekend Get Down, purple letters, what's going down around town. That's right, the Weekend Get Down, Season 2, Episode 33. It wouldn't be a week without Druzy Rose playing a show in Minneapolis. So Druzy Rose is playing tonight at the Whiskey Junction. They've bopped around music venues a bit for this particular show, but they've landed at Ye Old Whiskey Junction. Druzy Rose, Partition, and Red Eye Ruby will be there. The show, I think doors are at 9. The show doesn't start till 10. They are super grateful for Whiskey Junction for stepping up and hosting this month's special Cusp of Spring showcase. They like to say we're at the cusp of spring in February, but we've all lived here long enough. We know the cusp of spring is mid-April. Partition starts at 10, goes to 10:30. Red Eye Ruby then hits at 10:45 for a full hour. Druzy Rose gets on at midnight until 1. All you kids up late, party, and have a wonderful time. Thank you. Can't wait to celebrate inclusivity and the transition from winter to spring with this eclectic bill tonight. So find yourself at the Whiskey Junction. Always a good time. Tomorrow night, I've not met a man who likes a band more than John Marin actually loves this band and Dopapod, but Aaron Cam and the One Drops especially. I see this very calm individual, very kind of reserved a lot of the time. John Marin, he runs the show here at the Smokin Joe show and all the Vicarious Vision stuff. But when he's at an Aaron Cam show, he just loses his proverbial shit. There's nothing better. And they will be playing tomorrow night at the Hook and Ladder with none other than Michael Wright and the Wrongs, a long-standing institution of Minneapolis funk and jam music. Very excited for that. Hook and Ladder, Theater and Lounge, and MJG Productions and Noble present Aaron Cam and the One Drops with special guests Michael Wright and the Wrongs, Friday, February 28th at the Hook and Ladder Theater. Doors are at 8. Music starts at 8:30, 21 plus. Early bird, I believe those are probably gone. They were 9. Advance is 12, so get your hands on those, and there's $15 the day of the show. Hailing from St. Louis, Missouri, the same state that has Kansas City, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri, Aaron Cam and the One Drops merge flavors of roots, reggae, Mississippi River blues, improv, lace jams, and soulful vocals. Locals, Michael Wright and Wrongs, are rooted in old soul, funk, and Cajun rhythms and inspired by current bands like Humphreys McGee and the String Cheese Incident. Ever hear of those guys? Also happening Friday in Minneapolis, Iration is doing their Heat Seekers winter tour. They're seeking the heat. Are they seeking it or are they bringing it? Probably both. Featuring Aya Tara and Ballyhoo and the Rise Brothers. I've seen Ballyhoo! Exclamation point. Ballyhoo's not bad. Iration's Heat Seekers, February 28, 2020, Minneapolis, Minnesota, ages 18 plus. Grab your tickets now. That is at First Avenue, main room, I imagine. Doesn't say. It's probably the main room. Friday. Ooh, Atmosphere is at the Palace. I bet that's going to be a great show. I love the Palace. The Palace Theater is like my favorite new venue in Minneapolis. There's not a bad spot to see from. You can get in there. Even if it's sold out, you don't feel completely annihilatingly cramped, which is great. Atmosphere, of course, pride of Minneapolis, brings his The Wherever tour, North America, with Lioness, Nikki Jean, and DJ Keezy at the Palace Theater tomorrow, Friday, February 28th. General admission is $35, reserved $45. So 8 p.m. doors, 9 p.m. showtime, 18 plus, ID required. So go catch some local Minneapolis hip-hop at one of the best venues in town, the Palace Theater in St. Paul. Oh man, also happening Friday. Look at this Friday. We got a busy Friday. Pertnier Sandstone's Winter String Band Gathering with Cascade Crescendo is at the Cedar Cultural Center. This is a home run show every year. Pertnier does 2 nights at the Cedar. It's always wonderful. They always have an after party across the street at what used to be the Nomad, is now known as Part Wolf. The Cedar presents Pertnier Sandstone's Winter String Band Gathering with Cascade Crescendo Friday, February 28th. Doors are at 7. The show is at 8. $17 in advance, $20 day of the show, and $30 to get you both nights, which I think is the best bang for your buck. Yeah, ooh. You buy more at once, you get a discount. I think they came up with that. Saturday, I feel like John put this on here just so I would talk about the font. We have Sci-Fi Reading Hour. He's laughing back there, I can hear him. Everyone, let's take a moment here. Let's just talk about fonts for a minute. And those of you who are in design, especially graphic design online, I'm a very amateur graphic design. I do band posters. I learned how to do band posters very early on. I have specialized in nothing but band posters. Anything else is outside my wheelhouse, but posters I can do. This font right here, Phosphate Inline, is the show car Gothic of 2015-2020. This is the most overused font in the entire world. Once you see it, and you know, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. John and I have an ongoing thing where if we see it, we'll take a picture of it and send it to each other. This happens multiple times a week. So, it does. So, Phosphate Inline, I've used it in a poster. I'm super guilty of it because it's a good-looking font. But just keep an eye out for this particular font, and you'll never see any font again. It's everywhere. My wife, I told her about it, and I ruined her life with the Phosphate Inline. But the lines are pretty. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just saying, wow, everybody uses this. Anyway, February Sci-Fi Reading Hour at Bryant Lake Bowl Theater. New science fiction from local luminary Cole Sarrar and special guest Duck Washington. Duck Washington, underscored with futurist music by Dissociate. Wow, I really think this sounds fun. Come here, comma, hear futures you've never imagined with local talents. Be transported to places you've never been, see for yourself and your world in new ways, and be transformed. Doors and music at 9:30, and the reading is at 10. So there is an hour of sci-fi reading at Bryant Lake Boulder, little theater. It sounds really cool, with music from Dissociate, so I'm guessing it's a little weird too. Saturday, Topaz Riot. This is a band also being produced by my producer, Shannon Ward, who's producing Iron Star. Topaz Riot. And a fun fact, he showed me that logo for Topaz Riot, and I was like, well, why don't you make that I an exclamation point? Right? It looks better. It looks better. Riot! But it's the I. Anyway, I'm proud of that. Topaz Riot with Samantha Grimes at Cadence Records and Coffee. This underground leap year powerhouse double bill will leave you in awe after this performance with some of the best singers you've never heard of. Down home, funky rock, funk, soul, pop, and plenty o' jams. Sip, smile, bob your head, and enjoy for only $8 at the door. Saturday. Night 2, Pert Near Sandstone's Winter String Band gathering with John Stickley Trio. Hey, this is like John Stickley Trio is playing at Revival. They had a good show last year at Whiskey Junction. John Stickley has been coming to Minneapolis a little bit more, and we need to encourage this to continue, so please attend this show on Saturday. Pert Near Sandstone's Winter String Band gathering with John Stickley, Saturday, February 29th. Doors are at 7, shows at 8. Same kind of deal, 17 advance, 20 day of show, $30. You get Pert Near, Cascade Crescendo, and John Stickley Trio, all for $30. Is that a deal? That is a deal, folks. That is. Next week, I'm going to rest up so I can enjoy myself thoroughly at Jess's 30th birthday party. That's right. Our partner, our confidant, one of my best friends in the whole world, Jess Seahorses, is finally turning 30. I always forget how young everyone is. I'm a whopping 31, everyone. An old man up here. But we're bringing in the big guns. We got Dead Larry, Max Graham, and the fam, so I'll be up on stage for a good couple hours. And then we're bringing Itis back down to Minneapolis. Itis, big fans of theirs, good friends of ours, played like every Jess event from 2012 to 2016. And we're excited to have them down. And of course, at where else? The Caboose, where we all, learn to be ourselves. Live art by Jordan Oliver, who's our guest tonight. And Dizzle Arts will also be there. $10 in advance. Grab those tickets, or it'll be $15 at the door. And of course, the reason we're doing all this stuff in the first place, the Galactic Get Down. Folks, the Galactic Get Down. We got some big news coming March 1st, and that also means ticket prices are increasing on March 1st. So get your tickets now. If you've been waiting and you have, let's say, a couple of tickets and would buy for you and your sweetie, buy them now because you're going to save $40 after Sunday. So might I encourage you. And we got some really, really awesome acts to announce, and then the battle begins on Monday. So we have so many things happening. Galactic Get Down world. But for now, we have Dead Larry, Kind Country, Iron Star, Space Monkey Mafia, String Dingers, Druzy Rose, Feeding Leroy, Flow State, Splimit, The Immaculate Beings, Irie Minds, the Bob Pat Band. They got rid of the. So just Bob Pat Band. Smokin Joe Show Live, and many more to be announced this Sunday. Sounds like a good time, my wife says. And if my wife says it, you know it's true. So also bands out there, young bands, old bands, new bands, blue bands. If you want to play the festival, the only way to get on at this point is to battle. Submission battle. Look at that art that Diz drew up, especially for the battle. And little robot man is saying, "Let's get ready to rumble." It's adorable and cool at the same time. But the only way to get in is a battle. We're doing online voting. It starts March 2nd, but you have until March 8th to get your band on the voting process. And then the top 4 bands from the voting process will play a live show at the Caboose Thursday, April 9th. And we will have judges judging, we'll have voters voting, and we'll have the Galactic Get Down team making the final decision as to who wins. Who wins? I'm excited. I'm excited for this battle. A battle of bands changed my life multiple times. And while it can be a little treacherous to put on your own battle and to participate in a battle, I feel like, for the right band, it can be really worth it. That's about all I got to say about that. And, For now. And we will start with our very first music video of the night. playing at the Hook and Ladder tomorrow night. John, you going to that? John is definitely going to go to this show. We have Aaron Cam and the One Drops. This video filmed and produced by Vicarious Visions. The song is called Cool That Lion. It's hot. It's a hot lion. Cool it down.
a million-dollar burden. That I flow like a river down south the way. You got that cool and lion, I say. And with the heart of another, don't hurt your brother. With your soul you could lift the go see your sister, I say, yeah. And with the heart of another, don't hurt your brother. With your soul you could lift the go see your sister today, yeah. You got to flow like a river down south the way. You got to cool that lion, I say. And your heart shall prevail. And your heart, yes, your heart shall prevail. Ooh, yeah. Thank you.
Over there. Nope, over there. Hey, everybody, we're back. We're back. We're about to play. This is Jordan Oliver, by the way.
Hello.
He's a visual artist. He's been at Glad to Get Down how many times? 4? All 5? 3? How many times have you been at Glad to Get Down?
I went 2 years.
2 years?
Less than a year before.
I feel like you've always been there.
Yeah. I just fit in real good.
Nice. That's a good feeling. You're like, oh, my people. And we're going to play a game we have invented for this particular show called Look What I Feel. And in this game, and that's us poking the moon in the eye. Look what I feel, which in this game we have, if you recognize the bag, this is the What's in the Bag bag. One of my favorite games. It's a little smaller. We have various size bags. It's a baby bag. And what I do is I reach inside this mystery bag with my blindfold on, and I have to feel what's inside, describe it to Mr. Oliver over here, and he's going to draw what I'm describing and have to guess what it is. I can't say what it is even if I know. It's good to know the rules. So I'm pretty much blind already, but we'll just,
Bring it up a level.
turn it up a notch. Now it's also dark. So, without further ado, let me look and see what I feel. Okay, all right. So oh crap. There are 2 round cap-like things that screw onto a base with 2 half-orb dips in them. So there are 2 caps that screw on, and then 1 singular base. And the base has 2
What shape is the base?
Oh man, it's shaped kind of like this blindfold. So it has 2 semicircle. It's like if you took 2 circles and put them right next to each other. But the top is flat, straight, and then it curves around. It's very small. It fits in my hand very easily. But can I give hints as to what it is? But there are 3 parts, 2 tiny little circle caps that you can screw off and remove, and then 1 base. Is he doing it? Well, right now it's wet, but I believe that I believe that there is still some.
It's looking dummy thick.
Yeah, that's what I think. But it is a hard plastic. What?
Nothing, Sean. Just keep going.
I haven't even tried to guess.
Okay, it's a circular item.
It has 2 circles.
2 circles,
and
yes.
the item itself has
plastic caps.
Yep. 2
Up
caps
your pack. There we go.
related to blindness.
Okay, so then it's a face mask.
Nope, it's smaller than that. Because they're removable bits. You see.
It's suntan goggles.
It is not.
No?
Let's see. You would use this item to protect certain things when they're not in use. You screw off one cap and you
Oh,
push
it's a
down
contact holder.
It's a contact holder.
Yeah.
Like, what shape is it? I'm like, it doesn't have a name. Like, yeah, I was like screwing it, and then it got like, it got
Just
wet.
fall asleep.
It's not lactating titties.
No, it is not.
I was excited for a sec there. I was like, well, where are we going with this?
Where are we going with this? We must put the new item in. I'm glad that was humorous.
I'm just proud of myself for getting it.
Yeah, dude.
My
Sounds like.
Pictionary levels are less than stellar.
All right, so I don't know if you all know this about me, but I have a lot of skills, you know, musical skills, business skills, awareness, but one skill I do not have and have never had is the art of making my hand draw things I want. So
It's okay. I'm the same way with music.
it's like,
I've been learning the 10-day ukulele for 3 weeks.
so I think it's a cool joke to put me up against an actual artist, but I think that's the name of the game. Oh.
Shall be entertaining.
Yes,
Tell me when to
entertainment
start.
at my own expense is just fine.
Go ahead.
Oh gosh.
I know, right? Sneak attack.
All right.
Okay, imagine something that's the shape of a potato, but with a stick on the end, like an antenna. So drop.
On the big end or on the little?
On the top.
On the top. Looks like a pear right now. Potato. It's the shape of
Or
a
a
potato.
square with like a knob coming out of the top. It's got a button on the side.
Square. Sorry, everyone. There we go. Look at this art.
It has a speaker on the front, it feels like.
Ooh, a speaker. Is it just like a Bluetooth speaker?
No, smaller, handheld. So it's a square with a circle and then a screen above the circle.
But it's shaped like a potato.
Yeah, it's pretty, I'd
The
say
ma-
rectangle shaped, almost potato shaped.
Okay.
Antenna.
It's small though.
Yes. Square has an antenna,
Come on, Joe, you should really.
a button.
I should?
Yes, a button on the side.
I'm drawing it?
You draw it? Feel it's got a speaker on the bottom, a screen on the top, button on the side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm drawing, I suppose. But it looks like it? Kind.
What does it look like?
Looks like not.
A narwhal.
It's a narwhal.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, everyone. There we go. What do you think this is, viewing audience?
Yeah, we got guesses.
Did they get it right?
We don't know.
It's got a square with a screen.
Yep. Square with the screen.
Yep, and under that is a speaker, circle, and then there's a button on the side,
Angela got it right first.
a button on the side, and then there is.
It's a walkie-talkie.
Yeah!
Hey! Holy cow! Check out my art, Mr.
I
Oliver.
was gonna say, can you hear me now?
Hear me now? You know, it's not. You know, I feel like if you told me to draw a walkie-talkie, it'd be worse than that.
I feel if you were turning a potato into a walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
that's-
Well, I got the potato first off real hard.
Well, because it wasn't a hard rectangle. I was like, well, this is more a potato shape.
Do we have a wipey? No. It's all right. I got a black sleeve, so
It's the good stuff.
we got a black sleeve, y'all. Nice for the
Hot.
future.
There we go. Yep.
All right, we'll see what else we have in store on Look What I Feel. Look what I feel.
Look what I can feel. I feel it deep inside.
So I watched the second season of The Simpsons recently, and
The old Simpsons is the best.
It's a good show. You know? Don't care what everybody says.
That's how I feel with early South Park.
Early South Park is so drastically different than South Park now. It's like night and day.
It's subtle. You're just like, this is.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is a small item. It is, let's say, rectangular, like a long rectangle with a rounded on one end, and then a slightly smaller, much shorter, like square on the other end. And it's very thin. It's very thin. So it's like a big rectangle. It's plastic, and then on one end it's rounded. On the other end, sticking off of it is another like square, metallic. I guess it could be a rectangle. It's all very thin.
So there's more than one thing sticking off of it?
No, there's just one thing sticking off of one. Oh, and then it's sticking off. Let's see. If it's a long rectangle, it's sticking off the small side, not the long side. So like the long side has nothing, and then one of the long ends is rounded, and the other end has another little metal square on it. I wish I could see what he's drawing.
It's a rectangle with a
It's a
rounded end.
rectangle. Yep, long rectangle.
What is it?
Any
What's
questions?
more shapes to it? Can you
Oh
give me
man,
a
there's
little
just,
more
it's like, I mean, I
description?
guess technically it's a rectangular prism. I mean, like it has some depth to it. It has some dimension, but not much. And then there's just, a round little end. Like, let's see, there's one end in which you could like loop in maybe a carabiner, or you could loop in like maybe a keychain.
In the curved end?
And there's like a little loop at the end in which you could put like a keychain or...
It's a jump drive. Yeah!
Sold it! That's what it says on here. We win.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah. See? Pretty much.
That's close.
Dude, that's what
My rectangle got a little bit
I
bigger.
felt like I went quick at the beginning. I'm like, oh no. I didn't tell him which end it was on. Yeah.
Yeah, it got a little sexy.
It got a little sexy.
There we go.
That's funny. Jump drive, tampon. They could make those things one thing.
There we go.
For like androids on the go.
Jump guy. You'd be set at all times.
Androids on the go. I don't know why I handed you that.
You gotta go.
When you gotta go, or when you need protection from that time. What? Yeah, I'm drawing.
Yes, you're trying. Okay.
You have
This is
to,
yours.
you put that down. Yeah, I don't know why I handed that.
No peeking.
All right, everyone. We're gonna do this.
I want to blow you away.
Pull you away with my skills. My potato
Mad
drawing.
skills.
Well, it's kind of the shape of a potato.
It is. He wasn't wrong. That was, it's better than being like, it's like a circle, because it wasn't.
Okay, this one is going to be a square, but out of the 4 sides, one side is a bit rounded. So I have 3 corners, but have it basically a square with one rounded corner.
One rounded corner or rounded side?
Rounded corner. So you have 3 pointy corners and 1 rounded corner.
Okay.
On the side with the roundy corner, you're going to have a switch.
Switch. Like a pop-out switch?
Yep, like a square. And then on the very bottom corner, where it's pointed, it's a pointed corner, you are going to put a little nub there.
Little nub. Is it opposite the other one, or is it?
Yep.
Is
So
it
you
like-
have the side closest to me is completely plain. The side on the other side has the button and the little nub on the bottom.
So the nub and the button are on the same side?
Yes.
Oh God. Button. John's laughing. John knows what it is. Let's see. Does you push them? Can you push the button?
Nope, the bottom nub you can pull out though really far.
This one?
Yep.
The bottom nub, you can pull it out?
Yep. That's really far. And the top nub is used to lock it.
Oh, it's a fucking tape measure.
Yeah!
It's a goddamn tape measure.
Nice. Woo!
Tape measure. Okay, got it.
Picture perfect.
It is. Helping hand.
Help.
God. It's hard to like put your hand there and be like, oh, it's a tape measure. Like,
You're like, oh,
how do I describe this?
I know this one.
I felt this
Probably
before.
how you felt with the context. You're like,
Right.
wait a second.
Yeah. It's funny because like I feel like this game could get even more ridiculous if you
Give them a pack of candy.
do one more. Okay, cool. One more each. All right, I suppose. It's like one more sweet. I don't know
We're not
anymore.
doing too shabby.
No, I mean all things considered. Yeah, I mean without it being like I give up. You know? All right, this to me.
I promise I won't dress something.
If there's anybody out there who would like to sponsor a game, I don't know how you would, but if you got any good ideas
Or you
and want to give us the supplies, we'll do it. Whatever game it is. Nah, maybe not whatever game, but within reason. Okay, so lucky for you, we got another rectangle. You know, not quite as elongated as last rectangle. You know, a little bit more even. On the shorter ends, it has like a, what do you call that? When it's not like perforated, it's like goes, can't think of the word. But what?
It's good.
Yeah, yeah, it's like bumpy. I guess serrated might be the right, like a saw, you know, but like obviously not sharp. But like, you know, that like teeth-like thing
On both sides?
on either side of the shorter end. And then the inside of this whole thing is squishy. And pretty much just a rectangle. I could tell you all about it, but I don't know how to draw it any better. If you were to put it like flat, if you were to put like the big flat side down, then it would be a bubble up. So like it doesn't go all the way flat like a piece of paper. It would bubble throughout the entire thing. If you squeezed one end, it would bubble up real big. If you squeezed the other end, it would bubble up real big. And then it would just flatten out if you were to push it even. I'm trying to describe this. And if I were to squeeze it real hard and then twirl it to explode, it would be very messy.
Is it like a stress relief toy?
I mean, it could be up to a toy. It's not a toy, necessarily. Let's see, what other hints can I give?
Perforated edges.
Yeah, it's like perforated, kind of. And then one's like smooth. And then there's a little notch in like one of the top corners that's like cut in a little bit for ease of usage. So like, there's like a...
It sounds like a ramen noodle seasoning packet.
It's a lot like that, but instead of powder, it's liquid.
Is it the thing you use for like an icy pack?
It's like that, but smaller, and possibly for tacos.
Oh, it's a mild, like a hot sauce packet from Taco Bell. Or Del Taco ketchup packet.
It's ketchup. I thought it was for sure taco sauce, but yeah. Perfect.
You should have had a time.
Yeah, I was like, but yeah, is that what you call that? Serrated? Where it's like,
Yeah.
I want you to just do this.
I wasn't far off thinking about it.
I was like, but yeah, see if you squeeze it, it's like,
That's just reliever packet.
I mean, you know, if you get so mad, squeeze.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Sometimes people squeeze ketchup for relief.
One more.
You know, out there in TV land, how many of you really like ketchup? Like,
With mayonnaise.
like mixed up?
Yep.
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Ketchup's
we're talking fancy
okay.
sauce?
Like, it's fine. Ketchup is fine. But like, at what point?
that's what they call it.
At what point did ketchup become the condiment? Like, when? Who decided? Who sat down and was like, "Yep, this is the one we're gonna have everywhere for everything. This is the best." Because it's not.
They're missing out.
It's not
They're
the
way
best.
They never tried hot sauce.
I had
I'm just
yum
saying,
yum
like,
sauce.
I feel like it's
So good.
Heinz. Heinz just pulled a fast
Yum
one
yum
on us.
indeed.
Heinz is like, we got all these tomatoes. What we're gonna do? We'll make a sauce, and now, yep, this is the sauce. Like mustard, I like more than ketchup.
I like honey mustard.
I like ranch more than ketchup. I like soy sauce more than ketchup. I like sriracha more than ketchup. I like almost anything more than ketchup. Like, who picked ketchup as like the one? Like, ketchup on meatloaf is good, but like otherwise.
Oh, I know what it is.
Ketchup with mayonnaise mixed together with your fries. That's really
Yeah, I like mayo on my fries, vinegar too, British style. All right, so what do we got?
It's a small item, and you are going to draw a propeller.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And
Is it a propeller?
kind of, technically, I guess. You will have.
Is it like a fidget thingy? Fidget spinner?
Close. No, this is electronic. Though.
Ooh.
Has a little plug. Right attached to the bottom of the propeller.
Oh. Bottom of the propeller.
And this on its own can't be used for anything. It has to be used with something else.
What? The end of a propeller?
It's just a propeller with a plug. It has to be used with something else.
Propeller with a plug.
Yes.
Angela, what do you think it is?
I thought it was a fidget spinner
Yeah.
or a hand fan.
A little plug. Boop, boop, like that.
It's not a hand fan, but you're not wrong.
It's not a
I guess it could be a hand fan.
Does the propeller spin, I guess?
Yes, very fast and cools you down.
Yeah,
Is it like a,
But it has a plug.
it's like a computer fan?
Close. It's like a computer, but smaller.
Smaller than a computer. Smaller than a megabyte?
Like a smaller than a physical computer.
Right. Obviously, it fits in the bag.
Yep. And it's portable.
Portable?
And it plugs into something.
It's a fan.
Yes.
It's a little fan.
Yes.
Yeah, see, it's just a little fan. See, look at that.
It plugs into your phone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a hand fan.
Never even seen that
Yeah.
before in my
You can
life.
stay cool and text all day.
Not my phone.
we kind of get it. It's a hand fan.
Who's got an iPhone?
Hand fan. See, but
I
your
wanna see
hand's
this
not
work.
holding the fan. You're holding the phone.
Hold the phone.
You gotta. There's rules to this.
It's more of a guideline than a rule.
Good job, guys.
Yay! Look what I feel. That, you know, it's really weird to draw something and they're like, yep, oh, look at this. Look at this, fam. Keeps you cool. Those hot summer February nights.
Festivals.
Sorry, according to one of our events happening, there, how do you like get,
How did
You
know
just-
that
you just
it
pull it
wouldn't
out.
work without something else?
because it's a plug. He must have known. It's got 7 senses. All
I'd be
right,
more impressed if you plugged it in the whiteboard.
right? Oh man, we're doing a throwback video. All right, folks, so that was Look What I Feel. Thank you so much for participating online. I'm sure there are lots of hilarious guesses that I'm going to read later. We're going to go to our second and final music video of the night. This is a throwback to last year. Let me see if it says when last year. It was about this time. Season 1, episode 34. So
quite a ways back.
just a year ago. Let's see here. It is Say It Loud is the name of the song by Max Graham and the Fam. We are in the Caboose Green Room. So it was about this time last year, season 1, episode 34. It was one of our most wild situations being in the green room with the Fam. There's like 18 people all trying to get ready. I see John Hansen's playing. I see Max Graham's playing. Looks like I have a guitar. I don't know why, but let's enjoy the Fam. Say It Loud.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear. one should be free.
I'm excited. Max Graham fam hasn't had a show in months, everyone. It's like we're busy doing other stuff or something. Well, John Sullivan has his own band now. Annie Fraser joined the Foxgloves, and she has her own trio now. We got Iron Star, Dead Larry, and Smokin Joe. It's like the people of the fam have really kind of grown into their own projects, but getting the fam back for Jess's birthday next weekend will be really fun.
It will be. I'm excited.
I haven't played some mean congas in a while, y'all. I'm excited. They're gonna get it. Those congas, they got it coming. Anyway, that was Max Graham fam, and we were so young a year ago. I can't believe a year passes, and I'm sure we all look the same, but to me we look younger, right?
That's how I always feel.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Even last year, it's just like I've learned so much.
Yeah,
but this isn't about me.
You can see the age.
This is about you, Jordan Oliver. Let's talk about you. let's see, you're in Minneapolis now.
Yes, I am.
How long have you been in Minneapolis?
This is actually just over a year now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from?
I originally was born in Wisconsin. Then I
Okay.
moved to Denver for a few years.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's
Tried out in
really-
Colorado.
Yeah, well, it actually started out with a roofing job that I was told about, and then ended up with no job.
No way.
Yeah, it was a fun surprise getting there.
Dude, Colorado, as lovely as it is, the job market out there is pretty.
Yeah, it's just
Pretty harsh,
unstable
man.
and yeah, a little bit all over the place unless you want a basic paying job, which you can't survive on.
Right.
So, I mean, the whole industry there was great, but it's just, especially in the artist community and the music community, it's a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
And I kept coming here to Minnesota and to Kansas City and a lot more in those areas, Des Moines, and I noticed a lot more of a community. And it just made more sense for me to move down here and be
Yeah.
closer to my family in Wisconsin and
I get
really be
that.
a part of something bigger than just me trying to get a show and paint every night.
Right. No, I like that. I mean, this community in Minneapolis, especially, is just second to none. Like, it's pretty amazing how all these artists can keep an ego sense of like, this is my art and I'm proud of it. I'm gonna work hard towards it, but also I'm gonna cooperate with you and it'll be a project. You know what I mean? It's very
Exactly.
rare.
That's like a good example with Dizzle Art. Me
Yeah.
and him, we do a lot of work together, and he's just a great guy. And he'll even call me and be like, "Hey, there's a show in St. Paul. Do you want to do it?" And
Yep.
you know, that doesn't happen in a lot of other cities, especially in my industry, to have someone reach out like that. And
Yeah, because
really build.
they don't want you. Because in a lot of places they don't want you to have it because they want it.
Yeah, they
know,
want to
it's
get the
like-
attention. They want that spotlight.
Yeah.
But here we all share the light, and everyone shines brighter because of it.
Yeah, good. That's a good analogy. So, what are your biggest influences in the art scene? You mentioned Dizzle Arts is like a local
Yeah.
influence, but do you have any like big national or like really?
The people that really
Ancient.
inspire me as an artist are, you look at like Chris Dyer or Android Jones, where they don't see art as the artist. They see they're a brand. They're something bigger than themselves. They're creating more than just their vision. You know, and that's kind of what I like to focus on in the whole of everything, because I can sit here and paint a picture, but at the end of the day, I've had paintings that I've hated and other people have loved, and I've sold them and they've adored them. And at the end of the day, it's not my job to decide if I like the painting. My job's to make
Right.
the painting. And I think if you work more towards a brand to create something bigger than yourself, you'll see the bigger picture.
Right.
And so that's why I kind of look at how they run things, not just as this guy painting a picture. It's making a team, making an effort to do something bigger. And that's kind of what I look at. You know, even with you guys, they're just so inspiring how you create something and then just snowball it down into something so much bigger.
Dude, if you would have told me 6 years ago how much space stuff I would own, like, it's insane. Like, I just picked space. You know, Dead Larry had a space album. We were just really into the space thing. I was like, let's just take this as our brand. And I wouldn't change it because I'm still obsessed with space and nerd stuff and all that. But yeah, it really just takes a mind of its own once you make a call.
And it really gets something for everyone to kind of connect and
Yeah.
be a part of. And I think that's something so much cooler. I mean, you look at, my big following is through Facebook. I have a group. And I mean, a lot of those people now I have known for years, and they were all just people that stumbled across my art, and then we ended up meeting, being friends. But it created something so much more than just a guy painting pictures and posting them. Now it's all these people are talking, working together, becoming friends, becoming
Yep.
so much more. And that's because of that, not just seeing myself, but seeing it for
Right.
everyone.
Yeah, and having a place to communicate.
Yeah, and having a place for
So
that.
you work in watercolor primarily.
Yeah, watercolor is my main thing about
And
everything else.
Why is there something that attracts you
Well,
about watercolor? I
I'm
mean, like-
extremely messy. I am a very. I clean up after myself, but the problem is the chaos of my thoughts, my movements, and everything is just a mess until
I'm a messy
I stop.
person too, man.
And so if I'm doing acrylic, it will be on the carpet, the table, the floor, and sure, I can wipe that off when I'm done. But there's still the memories of my destruction.
Right.
With this, I can keep my paints in my pocket and run them through the wash. You just start the wash again, and you're okay, and no one will tell the secrets.
That's nice. And let's see, I can see just from the painting we have in here right now.
Yeah.
You focus on a lot of people. It looks like people and animals.
Yeah, with
So
the,
like a person with animals coming out, and then we have some slides.
oh yeah, yeah. So I mainly really like
As
to
a person.
focus on the expression of people. So when a lot of things are drawn,
I get that face. Like, I've seen that face.
It's so fun. That's what I try to do, is create something relatable that you'll see, but then change it into a new perspective to kind of create these new ideas. And that's just kind of the focus that I have.
It's the National Geographic picture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's
the
like-
Afghan girl. From
Yeah,
the
super
1980s.
famous picture, yeah.
But it's so fun. And see, that's actually another
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
But it
Ooh, that's
symbolizes
good.
with that, you have the colors and then the eyes.
Yeah.
But even though it's a completely different picture, it still makes you relate to that.
Yeah.
And kind of connect to those memories. So with acrylic, I never stop. But with watercolor, you have to stop, or
Yeah.
you'll tear a
Ooh.
hole right through the paper.
That's like some Lisa Frank shit right there.
Yeah, that's what it is, actually. That's what it is. It's a Lisa Frank inspired piece.
I knew it.
And yeah, that's a piece I did last year at a music festival, actually. But it's just so much more fun kind of focusing on the watercolors, because you create these layers and build up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as they dry, you kind of think of the next step. As opposed to with acrylic, I'm just like trying to fix every mistake that goes to it. With this, you have to stop. You're like, well, that's what
Well,
his
that
face
is. Okay, so let's see, this is your second year at Galactic Get Down.
Yes.
And then you've taken your art way far beyond just paintings. It says here you have shirts, coffee cups, pins, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've made everything from flip-flops to pop sockets. To pretty much, if I find a company that makes something cool, I'll jump on it
Just
right
throw
away.
your art on it.
I've made mats for rigs. I've made little millies for pipes. You know, everything in between. We had a wood engraver for a while in the backyard, so we were anything you could think of. I was like, wait a sec. We made a wood engraved violin. It cut out all the pieces and you had to glue it together like a wooden puzzle. Yeah. And I was like, this is so cool. I think that's one of the funnest things about art, is you don't have to stop with just one thing. With me, I paint, but now I can be like, well, I could make kimonos. I mean, right now I just have...
Why not?
I have basketball
cool.
jerseys actually coming
cool.
up for this summer.
Yeah.
And so that's one that I've never
Definitely
even
don't need sleeves.
thought of trying about. And I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, and you learn all these new programs and techniques, and it really keeps it fun and interesting. It's not the same mundane job every day. Now I'm doing this Monday, this Tuesday, and now I'm doing this Thursday. So,
Right.
I mean, that's kind of how it keeps it fun.
Yeah, and I mean, especially on the show, we do have primarily musical artists, but it is important to, bring in art of other mediums, because that's, it's part of our scene. It's a very vibrant part of our scene. And the visual artists are just honestly a little bit quieter than the musicians about getting on the show. Like, musicians will be a little bit louder and boisterous about being on the show. So two last things. One, what's the most exciting thing you're looking forward to in 2020? And for any new artists out there just starting to get into the festival world, what's your best piece of advice? So what are you excited about this year, and best advice for new artists?
What I am actually most excited about this year are two big festivals that I have with Pan Art, and that is Reconnections in Kansas City this April, and that it will be my first big vending festival. I've done a lot of vending events for shows and even festivals, but this year, over the year, I've worked so hard to build up this huge display, build up this huge tent, and really create something bigger than I've ever done before. So I'm so excited to show that to all of Kansas City. And then my second favorite event is Galactic Get Down, actually, which I'm super excited for this year. The ranch is just a wonderful place, and the people are even more amazing. And to come back, I can't even imagine what it's going to be, but I'm super excited.
It's always different, man. You think you have an idea of what's about to happen. You don't.
No, exactly. And it's great this year, especially because now I have even more friends than last year, so it'll be like a big homecoming for everyone.
Yeah, it's a
really
nice
cool.
reunion.
I mean, that's the biggest thing with my job, is it gets scary sometimes. You drive 4 states over by yourself, not knowing, in the middle of a field in the farm, in the middle of nowhere at midnight, and you're like, well, I hope this is the place. And then you set up a tent, and
Oh, I know that feeling.
It seems so magical and wonderful when the event is going on, but all the setup to it is so scary.
Yeah.
So to go to something like this that I know is going to be amazing.
And you know where
really,
everything kind of is.
Yeah, exactly. It just gives me so much peace of mind.
I pulled up to a festival in the middle of the night. There's a guy by a car, and that's the gate.
Backwards was the scariest. They just had a sign through a cornfield. I was like, I'm going to die. I've seen this in a movie. They lie. It's gonna be like Dread Island, EDM style.
Dread Island.
And then my biggest thing that I would say to anyone new in my community at all, or in the art world, or even music, is don't give up, because it's really scary. I mean, I was a head chef before this, and
cool.
I cooked for 3 restaurants and ran everything, and I quit it all. I was at a Rise one day, and they just wouldn't stop calling, and I looked at my phone, and I'm like, I am never going back. And now it's been 4 years, and I haven't gone back to a job.
Yay!
I mean, at first it was scary. You think you're gonna make money, and it just doesn't come, and it doesn't come. But I mean, like the first week, I drove to every store, every shop, and I showed them my products. I showed them my art. I went to every single store, messaged every musician I could think of, and almost all of them said no. But like one head shop said yes, and they bought and to this day they still sell my merchandise.
Nice.
And like I met like Beak Nasty through that, and they're a band that I've performed with a few times in Minnesota and in Denver, and it's just amazing kind of when I was a dishwasher driving and listening to these bands, and now I see them 3-4 times a year and we're friends. So, you can't get discouraged by these small losses, because if you really put your heart to it, it will work. I promise, it will work.
Right? And starting a new business, there's nothing graceful about that transition.
No, you make so many mistakes. So many.
There's nothing graceful about transferring from a secure job with paychecks every other week to just like, all right, figure it out.
Full-time freelance.
Full-time, working for me. All right, so I'm gonna play a song. I think it's getting. What time is it?
Yep, play a song.
I'll play one song.
Yep.
And you paint.
You want me to paint? Okay.
I'll play you paint. This is an unreleased song that I hope I remember all the words to, given my extra loopy state of being. But it's part of it involves being really cold and not wanting to go outside, which is how I feel all the time until about May. I don't want to get up, no, I don't want to go outside. No, the bitter cold is enough to make me want to hide. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, I've been hanging around, just wasting my days away. I was hoping that you'd change, but turns out you're still the same. But you've done me wrong, and there ain't nothing right about it, and I don't wanna fight about it, and I don't wanna hear about all the ways that things will be different now. I get strong, keep on swinging, baby. You'll drive yourself crazy, and there's something deep down you know you got to change, but you don't know how. Oh, oh, oh. So I just stay in bed, feeling oh so blue, and I race my aching head. Oh, what have I done to you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see, my deeds are as dark as the days. They linger on my mind. I was hoping that you'd say, don't leave me behind. But you've done me wrong. Oh, there ain't nothing right about it, and I don't want to fight about it, and I don't want to hear about all the ways that things will be different now. I get strong, I'll keep on swinging, baby. You will drive yourself crazy, Oh, it's something deep down, you know you got to change, but you don't know how. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna call that good.
Yeah.
In my sickly nature, I'm gonna call one song good. Look at that, Jordan's just going to town. Let's see, well, we are off next week. We're taking a little break, taking a week off. It's been a little while. John's going to a Mungian show, and I'm going to sleep forever.
Sleep forever.
And I'd also like to encourage you, next Friday, check out Dead Larry, Max Grand Fam, and Itis at the Caboose.
Go! I'm going to paint.
You're going to paint?
Yeah.
I'm going to play congas and bass. I'm excited to play with Dead Larry. It's our first show since we've had a dad in the band. And he's going to get out of the house probably very stressfully. He's going to go leave his baby at home and rock out for the first night. Okay. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank Jordan Oliver for being here and painting and chatting. I had a wonderful time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you all in the studio for being here. Thank you all in Internet Land Premiere. Thank you, John, Vicarious Visions. We're going to take next week off, and when we come back, we will have a guest, I swear. And I will play us out. Thanks a lot.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. Oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got troubles, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause, well, I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. I love you.